Yo, what's going on? What's happening, family? Come on in, man. What's going down, man? So check this out. Y'all know this wasn't scheduled. This wasn't no scheduled live, man. But I was inspired to go live because I heard something tonight that's just super, super duper crazy, right? So I'm sitting here right now, and I'm talking about this is live news, like as of right now. This is for all you Invicta fans, those people that's been shopping with Invicta for years, and those that's been shopping before me, way before me. You know what I'm saying? Dating back to like 1991. I heard the craziest news ever. So last year, you know what I'm saying, y'all, it's not like I broke the internet or nothing like that, but like we talked about, Invicta's bankruptcy, and Invicta store went bankrupt. ShopHQ got new leadership over there and everything, right? And then Justin Zimmer, he's there, then he's not. We still don't know what's going on. Like, he actually mentioned 2 weeks ago that, you know what I'm saying, he's off for like 3 months, he's back for a day. I don't know what's going on over there. A lot of people got a lot of questions, right? A lot of questions. But what I just heard tonight, maybe an hour ago, Invicta has lost, or they're not re-upping on their licensing for a number of their watches, right? Like, so I know people have fallen in love with the whole Invicta thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been collecting Invicta for, I don't know, man, 2014? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going crazy. That's how my channel got started. Y'all know that, right? But my thing is, they had licensing with Marvel, DC, Disney, NHL, NFL. They lost their licensing with Shaq. I guess they didn't re-up with Shaq. And from my understanding, when they were going through this was ShopHQ. This wasn't Invicta, but when they were going through that bankruptcy last year, a part of them having to pay some of the vendors, Shaq was in there. So, you had Shaq kitchenware and stuff. So they had to pay Shaq to get out that contract, right? That was public, still public news. And there's a whole bunch of details behind that, but we're not talking like the whatever happened with, you know what I'm saying, the bankruptcy. We're talking licensing. So I know there are a lot of people, like, they got questions, what's going on? But the biggest thing is, if you're a collector, you like collecting Invicta stuff, your Marvel, DC, Disney, all that stuff becomes a collector's item at this point. What's up, Cliff? Man, what's going on, Vic? Thank you. Yes, Michael, how you doing? Ripso, yo, Joe, cool gamers in the building. And yeah, breaking news. Breaking news, bro. It's crazy. It's so crazy. So, like, we were just talking, I was just having a conversation with another collector, and we were just talking about, so I got a Godzilla watch, right? So let me show you this, right? I just got this Godzilla timepiece, right? This is from Citizen. And we were talking about, like, the importance of having a licensed product, and I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if you guys ever been to a Comic-Con or a Gen Con. We have some that come here to Indiana. I go to those things. So what's going on, Watchman54? I see you. I go to these things. I throw on my shirt. I throw on, like, man, I'm dressed up. You know what I'm saying? Call me a geek nerd, whatever. It don't matter. So, like, we appreciate and we love doing that stuff. People do it. You know what I'm saying? You go to the movies, like when Transformers came out. I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and throw on my Optimus Prime baseball cap. You know what I'm saying? I'm going there. That's just the type of person I am. So I was talking to my man Vic about this. I said, you know what's crazy? We were just talking about this, I think, about a week ago. I just found it strange that Invicta had the licensing for Marvel, Disney, and all these things that, like in Disney World, Disneyland, you don't see an Invicta watch. I'm like, dude, That's crazy. It's strange. I don't know what the deal was. But I'm telling you right now. So ShopHQ is live right now. I got it paused. You get free shipping. I got it paused. They're doing free shipping right now too. So if you've seen the thumbnail coming in, like they're doing free shipping on anything over $50. This is live going on right now. But if you catch this on a replay, and you are a fan of Invicta, or you want to buy you're like a fan of Marvel DC hold up, I got an example for you guys. So for example, the Russian Diary, they don't call this Russian Diary anymore, but that's the Joker. This watch right now has become a collector's item. It was already a number limited item to start with, right? And I nearly gave this to another collector, but now that right there becomes a collector's item. And Joker's my favorite villain of all times. Oh, him, like Megatron, Darth Vader, and the Joker. I'm just saying, I don't know who your villain is. Y'all let me know if y'all got a villain or whatever the case is. But what up, guys? I just ordered the Black Panther. Bro, like what's crazy? Hold up, man. Let me show y'all something, man. So I am a component of having these timepieces, and I fell in love with Invicta a long time ago. And let me show you. Was this my first piece? I think this was, if I'm not mistaken, I think this right here was my first Marvel piece right there. I still have that watch in my collection. Ain't going nowhere. That was one of the first pieces I've seen that did not have the actual character on the face of the watch, but it had elements of the Black Panther. And then on the cruise in 2018, that was my first purchase on the cruise. That yes. And then I got this in spirit. My bro got the other bro. I think he got this one too, and later on, but like we both got this watch together. And now these watches are collector's items because they're saying it right here. Hold up, I'm gonna see if I can catch them saying it. Hold up. So that's Fatima. Hold on, let me see. Let me get out of this real quick. Can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all hear that. I got two watches for 91 bucks. LOL, the Magnum Shutter S1 Dual Open Heart. Nice. Watch Junkie. Stormtrooper that you see right there. Stormtrooper bow. Now, here's the crazy thing, y'all. So I'm looking at it. The Stormtrooper bow, 50 millimeter, $44.99, right? That's an active price as of right now. What's today's date? Today is the 30th, right? Today's the 30th. And I don't know if you're going to catch this on the back end or anything like that, but if you're catching this right now and you didn't tune into ShopHQ, Darth Vader, I think Darth Vader sold out. So they're getting rid of all, like, it's an inventory sale. Inventory sale is gone. Hold on, let me see what's going on. Vinny is talking. Vinny is saying something. Can y'all hear this? This is live. This is going on right now. Hey, Vic, I got that open heart too, but y'all know, I'm gonna tell y'all, it stays, just stay. I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm gonna do, what I'm doing. That's crazy. Starwars, though, is a collaboration that Invicta. Hold up, y'all. Can y'all hear this? One of the biggest launches in Invicta's history here at the network. Do you remember that down at the Invicta Marine Pavilion? We watched Starwars. Okay, yeah, you say yes. Big characters there. Yes, we had our my date ain't wrong. Stormtrooper was there. Yeah, we kept a couple Stormtroopers. We had Boba Fett was there too. Oh yes. I took pictures. And then we all took a ride in the Millennium Falcon afterwards. Remember that? No. Oh, you did? It's a collector's item. Everybody was in. You didn't go on the Millennium Falcon? Oh. But now it's over. It's over. The licensing agreement is done, and we have Star Wars tonight at new discounts, never before seen, $49.99, and this is your limited edition. Oh. Okay, so you guys. Oh, all right. So check this out. Anybody that's been a fan or just stopped by, and I know that there's been people that have like discredited Invicta on a lot of stuff, saying, "Hey, they saying this is a never seen before item or never seen before price. I'm telling you, as one of those people that's been on Evine before it became ShopHQ, and then there's people that can go back further than that, can tell you what the prices of Invicta was at that time. So, case in point, man, it's not even up here, but I have a watch that is has a value 7750, right? And then Invicta did they did a Black Panther and a number of watches with the Salida 500 in the Pro Diver 47 millimeter. Those watches were upwards of $1,000. I think the last time I seen them, it was around $700 before they discontinued all those watches, right? And now this makes sense, Vic. And you guys that heard me say this, I was wondering why. I said, they had the value 7750 come back. They got their last shipment of the 7750 and the 2824, all other movements, right? And I couldn't think for the life of me, why didn't they put that back in the Pro Diver? And that makes sense now. It's just blowing my mind. Now, the prices they have right now, let's see, this Grogu in a 50 millimeter timepiece, $40, $40 for these watches that when they came out, we were paying more, like what $179.99 on the low end, maybe $219 on the high end for some of these watches because they had the VD54 or the 53 in it, depending on whichever, you know what I'm saying? That, yeah. But here's the crazy thing. Now, I've never in my life seen this. And you can be a spectator from outside, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I've seen a few, what you call those people, professional YouTubers that will say Invicta brings out these whatever, and you're just looking at what's online in the pictures, but you're not diving deep into the community. We know what the prices were, and it don't matter what the watches are actually worth. You know what I'm saying? At the time, we didn't care what the watch is actually worth. This was more of a family-based collection. People that were like-minded and have different ways of life. All of us came together and just said, "Hey, let's go ahead and do this." What's going on, Leo? What's going on? So, Joe, that Black Horse Retro. Oh yeah. So now this is a mind-blowing thing. So here's the plus. Here's the positive of what's going on because they losing that licensing. Is now you get to get into a watch. If you were looking at a watch right now or a week ago, a month ago, and you was like, man, I don't want to buy it at $99. I'll wait for it. You better get on it now. And this is something that I'm going to put it to you. Invictastores.com sales have been crazy already. And this started last year. I know some of y'all will look at the publication. You will watch a live show. And if that watch is available on invictastores.com, you'll go over there. You'll look at it, the full screen, see it active, and then you go straight over to Invicta Stores and you order it because you see it in motion, right? But now ShopHQ got in those Invicta Store prices, man, which is crazy, man. So yes, if you just got here right now, if you're just getting here and you haven't heard, Invicta is no longer going forward with licensing with the NHL, NFL, Major League Baseball, Star Wars is gone, DC is gone, Marvel is gone, and they didn't say, but I mean, if they lost that license, they said they didn't lose all licensing, but I mean, bruh, that's still in the package. You see that Homer Simpson? That's number 2 out of 1,500. And we all know having number 2 is like having number 1 because at one point you were able to get a number 1. You had a chance, an opportunity to get a number 1 piece from Invicta, but AL or whoever decided, you know what, we can make more money with like selling the number 1 because they start selling the number 1s on Invicta stores. You know what I'm saying? So let's say, for instance, this watch was $299. Let's just say $299. And everybody was like, oh, we buying it. So we got this thing where you either get number 1 or you get the last. So you want to get number 1 or 1,500. Well, I want to say that happened in 2019 where they they took away the ability to actually get a number one, and they start selling them. So if you pay $299 for that watch that I just showed you, the number one will be like $1,500. Is it worth it to get the number one? That's up to you. I'm not gonna spend that much money, you know what I'm saying? But that's up to you, you know what I'm saying? Not renewing their license with them. Yes, I'm guessing the Air Force line will not come. Mike, okay, so here's the other thing. So I actually have video footage of AL Lalo talking about hold on, let me cut this down, y'all. I'm sorry. Get out of here. I have video footage of the Q&A that we did. I think that was the last cruise we were on, Invicta Cruise 2020. AL Lalo was supposed to bring out he said that they were going to get the collegiate teams, right? 50 of them were coming to to Invicta. They had licensing for that. That didn't come out. And they were talking about, they were waiting on licensing with the Air Force and everybody else. So you know what? Maybe that will come out. I'm not going to say, because the other part of this news is they said that they have other licensing coming in the future. I don't know what that is, though. Now, another watch license we haven't seen has, I think it's one of the oldest license or the longest lasting was Jason Taylor. But we haven't seen anything from JT in a minute. And I don't even know the last time I seen JT. I think he came on last year. I want to say JT came on last year and he signed a bunch of things or whatever. There was an NFL guy that was supposed to come. That was posted on Invicta page, the Invicta group page, but that went away. We saw them pull Shaq's name from there, so they lost. I don't know when they lost licensing with Shaq. But we haven't seen anything with the military at all. I haven't seen any upgrades, so I imagine that, I don't know. Maybe they just let it die. Let me see. What y'all talking about? Blackhawks, Auto, $29.99, paid $129 in launch. Okay, so there you go, right? Man, matter of fact, hold on, let's do this. Because this wouldn't be a show, man, bro. Vic, if you want to come up, bro, you're more than welcome to come up, bro. That's if you feel, bro. So what I'm doing right now, I just dropped the link. If you were a part of that regime from 2017 and you made it through COVID, you know some history, you are more than welcome to come up and elaborate more and even express your feelings on this, because I'm actually going to link and tag ShopHQ and Invicta in the description after this thing is over, so they can see what is happening. My bro, what's going on, baby?
Hey, look at my hair.
I see you, bro. I see you. Dave D is in the building.
I'm bumming out. Let me change spots here because I'm on the couch.
Okay, no worries, bro. No worries.
Yeah. And we'll talk.
Let's change our layout. Real quick.
We got some deals, bro. Yeah,
man. I want to know.
Deals. Hold on. I'll get set up.
Okay. All right. So if you were a part of that regime of the 2017, and even before that, if you were a part of the regime when back in the day, I want to say like 98, 99, they had licensing with Brito, right? And I don't know if you guys know who Brito is, but Brito is a world-renowned artist, man. I literally watched him use a marker. I may even still have footage of that, man. This dude was drawing the stuff, man, right there, freehanded his artwork, man, and it was so dope, man. I was like, man, that's crazy. But they had licensing with him back in the day, because I seen a couple of watches that this collector has some stuff that dated back to 1998, and I've seen these licenses come and go, you know, some kind of faded. You don't really think about it. And then there's a guy from Florida, Ernie Velez. Like he had a licensing deal with Invicta. And I don't know anybody that got those skulls, the Sugar Skull collection, which I believe my wife still has hers. I think, yes, she still has hers. Bro, these things are collector's items. And I wish I'd have had more. I mean, you know what? If I get a chance, if I find one of those on eBay, I'm going to buy that just because it has an artwork on it. These things are collector's items. So Vic, bro,
Yes,
I gotta ask you.
Yep.
Well, you heard the news because you told me. You told me, bro. I was like, I had no idea. These things are
there you go. All right, what you say?
How do you feel about this, bro? Like, how do you feel about like Invicta's losing? Like, does it bother you, or like, is this an opportunity, or a little bit of both?
For the person who hasn't been a part of it, it's an opportunity. For folks like us who've been a part of it, and they're dropping these. Look, I'm not gonna be upset that I paid, $129 for the watch at the time because that's what it was.
Right.
Yeah, man, it's just like, yeah, I'd be a little upset if I was, a new viewer and no more Marvel, no more NHL and stuff like that.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm definitely multitasking, Cliff. Now I came on here.
I appreciate you coming on, bro, because like this is crazy. So what is that? So okay, so right now they're showing J.M. Carrera.
Yep, $49.
They're showing J.M. Carrera. So does that mean that J.M. Carrera? Does that mean that there's no licensing for him either?
No. Right now, I believe the licensing is for Marvel,
just the characters,
DC, NHL, MLB. And Star Wars. Disney's staying, but with the Disney Fab Five. Now, if you don't know what the Disney Fab Five is, it's obviously Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Pluto, Goofy. That's the Fab Five.
Right.
So you're only going to see Disney pieces with those characters on it. Listen, I'm kicking myself, and I said it in the chat earlier, I'm kicking myself in the ass for not getting that transatlantic Star Wars.
Ooh, that's over with too.
It's over with. So,
So what does that do now? So for the people you know what, I think this is going to be one of those moments where the people that has bought into Invicta and they got their Marvel characters, they got their Disney and stuff like that. I can see people flooding eBay with a bunch of watches once they find this information out. And the people that got those watches online right now on eBay. So, here's the deal, y'all. I would act fast because there's a seller that has those not the values, but the Salida 500 Marvel characters. Yeah. They're brand new from what I've seen. Like they could have been but some of them still wrapped in plastic. And I haven't seen any over $700. I think that's a great price for that because that's cheaper than what Invicta was charging 4 years ago for those watches, 5 years ago for those watches. But my fear is that if you were looking to get into those, once those eBay sellers find out that the licensing is over with, those watches are going to go up. You know that.
Forget it. And I know someone, and you know this guy. He was one of your first interviews on the cruise.
Yeah.
Before I got to be as tight with him, he has the Star Wars transatlantic. I'm not going to name names.
I already know.
And he ain't giving it up, bro. I offered him 2 Magnums. I offered him, some money involved with that. And he ain't
coming off of it.
It ain't coming off of him. You know what? It wouldn't come off of me either. I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either, man. Okay, so let me ask you this, Vic. Go
ahead.
No, I was gonna say, bro, do you have mixed feelings about it? Because I'm gonna tell you how I feel, but do you?
He's in the chat.
Yo,
he's in the chat. Hey, I'm not lying.
Invicta's in the building. What's going on, boy? Hey, man, y'all, this is a legend, man. That's my bro. That's the dude, man. Man, love you so much, bro. Like, he was my very first interview on this channel, man. I will never, ever, ever forget that, bro.
Hey, look,
ever.
we have become extremely tight. The four of us, obviously,
Yeah.
everyone. Two was there Sunday. We just, it's a bond, man. It's a family, and we see each other at least. Well, I had gotten sick, but it was once a month. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it was twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
He comes to me. We go down to him. It's an easy ride. It's
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's easy ride when you're gonna be with great people. And
True.
we're not always talking about watches. Yeah, it's the conversation. But it is so open now. But yeah, he's in here. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm gonna get that watch from him. He doesn't know it yet.
Hey, you know what, bro? Because he got the news now. You may have had a better chance getting it before this.
It's coming. It's coming.
Hey,
But
and I think when he leaves this planet, he gonna be like, he be like, hey, I'm about to die. Go ahead and put that in my casket. And he
it,
go,
yeah, I'll figure out a way.
oh my
You know,
gosh, man.
but
Hey,
it's
oh my
insane.
gosh, bro.
But hey, look, what's happening tonight's insane. Now we all know me and my habits of buying. Especially this year, I got. Look, it's no secret. I got medical bills from what happened in
Right. When
October.
you got sick. Yeah.
Right. I mean, insurance covered a lot, but they didn't cover everything.
Right.
It's kind of sticker shock when you see the bill, but I'm handling it. So I got two watches tonight,
And
and
you know,
I had
and here's the deal. You know, I got a watch too. And ladies and gentlemen, I bought a watch, and it wasn't for me. This is going to be a Valentine's Day giveaway watch. I got, and y'all, Vic, we'll get into that. Vic, the
yeah,
prices, bro. The price, because
they're
me and you
nuts.
know, we know the prices that we pay for these watches, bro.
I paid 129 for my Rangers Auto, and I did it with a smile on my face. And
Mm-hmm.
tonight, they don't have it now, but if they would have had it now, I would have gotten it for my dad and my brother. Because I got my dad the Pro Diver, but not that one, and they don't
Right,
have it.
right, right.
And an automatic, for my dad, maybe he won't, But look, I had a coupon that was going to expire tomorrow. It was especially to me because it was to me for my email.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it to Janet. Didn't work. She tried it. I paid $91, bro. At the end of the day, I got two
Mm.
watches home for $91. The
You
shutter,
can't
which
beat
I
that.
don't have. Don't have that shutter. Never gotten that Magnum shutter. I was going to leave it alone, but not at that price. And to have, now I know it's not the 52 millimeter S1, but to have a 46 millimeter S1 and a dual open heart S1 that I don't have any dual open hearts for both of those for 91. I mean, it's no brainer. And it's been such a long time that
Since you,
when I
yeah.
get them, I will do a live unboxing.
Okay.
So people here are gonna know what it is that are watching this live. Yeah, Scott, right? It's just, yeah, it expires tomorrow. I thought, yeah, mine too expired tomorrow. I was really holding out on the second purple label Magnum because it's completely different from our purple label Magnum that we got originally. But the price never drops. I said, listen, I'm not gonna have this coupon expire. So I grabbed those. I grabbed them in a minute.
Bro, I mean, this has been a wild ride.
Yeah, it's
This
been
has been a
wild.
wild ride. I can recall, and ladies and gentlemen, for the people that's tuning in now, and even
Hold
for
on,
the newer collectors.
Can I stop you
Go,
real quick?
go ahead, bro.
It has nothing to do with what we're talking. This ball is wild for casebacks. That's all I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah. Show that, bro. Show that.
This
You got that off.
ball, yeah, I'll take a, it was gonna be, so if you people on my Instagram, you're gonna see the watch, but this watch here, I'm not gonna show it, has a case back that doesn't have the notches. Okay, brought it to my jeweler. He couldn't do it. No matter what tool he used, he couldn't do it. Brought it to a second place, they couldn't do it. Okay. I said, you know what? Let me try this ball. I went on Amazon, got the ball. Now it's got to be inflated. Don't come like this. You got to inflate it. It's got the little, basketball pinhole. This ball took off the case backs of the two watches that I couldn't have the case backs. This ball right
He
here.
said he needed you fine.
So there you go. That's a little side note for the ball. Dave D needs a
So,
coupon code. Someone can give Dave D the coupon code. I think it's thanks 35 watch, Dave D.
so bro.
Yeah,
This is unprecedented, man. This is crazy, man. And again,
it
ladies
is.
and gentlemen, I know everybody. So you know what? I will say this, and this is just how I interpret this whole deal. Being an Invicta collector, you are actually in a realm outside. It's like a bubble. It's like
Mhm.
we're in our own bubble, right? And no other watch brand really matters. You know what I'm saying? And you get the occasional hate here and there, and it's really not
Hey,
as
hey, hey,
big.
hey, hey, hey.
I know, right? You know what I'm saying? It's really not as big as we think it is because I mean it like it's just loud at times, like and then we got to the
Yeah.
point where it was like, okay, we over it. And then I'm gonna just say Kimon sealed the deal when he was like, he kind of hit us like, why are y'all still talking about it? And we're like, well, yeah, why are we still talking about it? Like, don't give life to it. We went through different phases. And it got to this point where I know when a watch came out, especially when I got my Bears watch. Bro,
Mm-hmm.
I paid $199 for mine, or $200 for my
Me too.
that
Me
first when
too.
they first dropped them.
Yeah, me too.
And
Me too.
now you're looking at that. Like if you go to Invicta stores, those watches were like what, $49? Even this right now, they have the MLB Pro Diver, either 40 millimeter or the 50 millimeter quartz for $30.
Yeah, I know. If they had to
$30.
look, I'm a Mets fan. Baseball out of my sports is the least that I watch. I s- you know, but
Hey, pause. Well, hold on. What?
yeah, he's talking about the ball. He's got a blue one.
Oh, like
He's
what?
kind of. I think he's trying to be little comical with the blue balls, but the ball. Now, Dave D's my boy too, man. We talk every day now, chatting pictures back and forth,
Yeah,
and
I kind
we
of
have fun
figured
with it.
because you know what? I've noticed that if Dave D hits me on like text me, then you'll text me too. And it's almost like y'all in sequence with the stuff y'all harassing me with. So I
Well,
know y'all
that's
got something going on.
that's another
Mhm.
show. That's another show.
Okay, yeah, that's all
We'll
right.
put
Let's
that
stay let's stay
sometime.
on topic, but I'm watching both of y'all. I'm watching.
Look at that. I'm gonna stay without
Man,
that
but
combo, man. Who
bro,
cares?
I ordered 3 of those MLB trap gifts for someone. Hey, listen, man. This is an opportunity. So I went live tonight for that one main reason. One, to just let y'all know that Invicta has lost the licensing for a number of their products, right? You know what I'm saying? For the watches.
Yeah,
And this is an opportunity for those people that's like, I mean, dude, and here's the crazy thing. This stuff is selling out quick. So you have
it
two
is.
options. You can go to ShopHQ and get stuff. And no, I'm not a representative. I'm not endorsed with them or whatever. This is just word of mouth. Or you can go to Invicta stores and get it. Well, my thing is these things become an collector's item off top.
Yeah.
It becomes a collector's item. Now, let me ask you this, Vic. How many character watches do you say you have roughly?
As far as what, like Marvel, DC, Star Wars, like
So
what,
let's
which
let's let's
one,
do Star Wars.
or
Let's do Star
total?
Wars.
Phew.
Would you say you have over 15 pieces in your
No,
collection?
I'd say about. I got two Magnums. I got a case of four that's six. I got a Bo-Katan 7. I'd say 10 to 15.
He said it's a conspiracy.
I it could be, you know.
This
I
this
got yeah.
is so
I
crazy. So Richard also, I already know, bro. I
We already
already
know
know.
him. We already
You
know
already
him.
know.
It's
But
it's
this
dozen
is the
soon to be in
thing,
the
man.
soon.
This is the thing. And I don't want to spoil Monday, but I will just, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to get deep into there's a lot of questions about like, am I still collecting Invicta? Yes, bro. I still got Invicta pieces. I still got like
Yeah, I
50
get that
cases
too.
of these things. You know what I'm saying? But
I get it
bruh,
too. Like, oh, what's the matter? You don't like it? I said, listen, I'm just pumping the brakes, man. We did our thing.
yeah, yeah,
We
bro.
were
Like
we
this
were
is
in the we did our thing, bro. We did our let's go crazy, buy 50 a month. We did
let's
that.
go crazy. We did
You know what I
that. You
mean?
know what I'm saying? And
We did
I
that.
don't regret any of it. It was so
Me
fun.
neither.
And the
I do it
thing about
again.
it, Vic, is I know one day in the future we'll get to go on a cruise together. But like the thing about it, I got a chance to meet you and Janet. You know what I'm saying? We hung out. We remember that meal we had, dude. We had a great time, and it got to the point where when we dropped you back off at your vehicle, it was rough like separating. Like, man, I want to hang out all night, but it
Yeah,
started
that
with
was
all
our
these
first. That was
watches.
our first. Yeah, that was our first meal. Was that night?
Yep. It started with
Great,
these
and it
watches, and
was
then we got to Burger Barn, and I'm like, I love Burger Barn. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
yeah.
that's the thing. But there's
I'm
a
looking at
part of
Rich.
me, there's a part of me that you had said that, like you don't regret it, and you like, I'm not
I
mad
don't.
because I paid, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And that's what the deal was. We know that. However, me and Dave D even talked about this. And ladies and gentlemen, follow me on this.
Yeah,
In
Clint.
December of this past year, in 2023, the excursion, right? Masterpiece. That thing was upwards of $299, right? And January 1st, that thing dropped to $89. I was like, wait a minute. And they dropped it, with 34, 40, about 34 days after it was on sale. So now
Yeah,
you can't return it. You know what I'm saying? And try to get your money back or whatever the case is. Or I think you had up, like on ShopHQ, you had up to a certain time to, you know what I'm saying, return it if you hadn't sized it and stuff like that. So that's another caveat. You know what I mean? If you hadn't sized it, but like, come on, man. Every Invicta collector, for the most part, they're sizing it as soon as they get that thing and they putting it on.
unless you're Richard Oso.
Unless you're Richard.
This man he wore a watch on Sunday.
Ain't
Phenomenal.
here.
Phenomenal piece. I think it was the Ocean Quest. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rich, in the chat. He had just sized it. The day, either the morning of or it was the night before. But for the most part, yeah, I get a watch coming in. That baby's getting sized right away. Like when I get that S1 that's coming in, I'm gonna size it as soon as I go live and unbox. Because it's been a minute since
Ocean Reef 2.
Ocean Reef. There you go.
What's good, family? So Nightwing, I'm not sure if you heard. I don't know if you were watching or anything like that. But if you just came in, ShopHQ or Invicta has announced that they have lost licensing on their character lines. You know what I'm saying? So you got your Star Wars is gone, your DC, your Marvel, your NHL, your Major League
MLB.
Baseball.
Yep.
And like this is over with. It's over with. And so what they did was they're going to continue to make the last bit, whatever comes, you know what I'm saying? Once they make that last batch and all their number limited stuff, it's over with. It's gone. They will not get that. Now, they did announce that there will be some licensing in the future. We just don't know what that is. That's up in the air. Let me see. The Mammoth. So also, are you saying that your Mammoth was $379 to $399, and that Mammoth dropped in price? Oh, what is RJ doing? I lost my bro, man. Vic, where you at, bro? Where you at, bro? And again, let me do this. Was that me? Did I? Cause you guys can still see me, right? Hold on, let me do this, man. Now what I'm doing, I will drop the link. If you were a part of that Evine and the beginning of ShopHQ, and you want to come up and talk about it, feel free. You can go ahead and grab the link. Grab the link, because you guys were a part of something that, like, we were, like, when the character line started like really pumping. I know that 2018 cruise, there were a lot of character watches, man. You had Captain America, you had the Black Panther, and the Black Panther was a big deal on that cruise. Was a big deal. Yeah, Nightwing, bro. Like, yes, this is live. This is going on right now. I don't know how long Shop is going to be on. I imagine they're going to be on to 12 o'clock tonight. But they just announced that they're no longer going to be have that partnership with the Star Wars and everything else. Now they didn't announce. They said they're still gonna have some people on there. Messy, messy hair. You crazy? Messy hair, Magnavic.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was you, if it was me.
I
I
don't
just
know.
connected. I connected to 4G, so you were uh
So
you were
watch
stuttering
junkie.
pretty quick.
I remember. Look, so you guys know that we went through a period 2 years ago where if you went on Invicta group page, we were actually finding out what models were coming out because, like, remember that Vic? We were just typing in codes and we would find it and we'll report back to each other, taking
Yep,
screenshots.
yep,
Um, that used to be so much fun doing that. Trying to like it was like a secret. You know what I'm saying? Like you broke the code and you find out because they didn't post it.
yeah,
They
Scott,
didn't let
really.
us know what was coming out. I don't even know who thought of that, but we were just punching in codes and boop, it'll pop up. So we
Yeah,
knew what was coming.
we knew it was coming,
But
and then
during those times, so like right now, they got the Speedway Viper 44 millimeter or the 52 millimeter timepiece right now for $60.
they
And
had
I'm
they had
telling you,
NFL Diablo for 59. A Diablo.
and you remember, bro, you remember when they dropped the Diablo? We went nuts. Those things were over like what? I can't remember what the price was. Hold up, man. Put this back
I
on.
got my first Diablo at an event. I just don't remember which event.
I can't tell you what it was, man, but I'm telling you right now, bro, this is crazy. Now there is a part of me that's kind of salty, man, because when we were buying the what was it? The Boat Zeus. That was a premier piece. And
Hmm.
you're talking major dollars.
Yep.
For an Invicta, that is. It wasn't like crazy,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because shoot, I got an $800 watch, man, from a micro brand in my collection, you know what I mean? And looking at watches that cost upwards of $1,500. And for those that say, hey, you know what, I wouldn't do that, but there was Invicta collectors that, like, there were watches that were that much money.
Yeah, they
You know what I'm
were.
saying?
And
Matter of
we
fact, did
paid
you
it.
see Vic with that six carat diamond watch that came out? Was that yesterday? Was that before yesterday?
Sunday.
Sunday. Did you see that watch on Invicta stores, bro? That thing is $29.95 on Invicta stores right now.
Really? So
Oh yeah.
$1,000 less.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Knight. We're not sure if they lost the license. They're just not renewing the license.
They're not redoing it. We don't know. Like they just said it's over with. It's
Right.
over, bro.
And you came in late. I don't know if you heard. So they're keeping Disney. The Fab Five. You know who the Fab Five are. Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't remember. I think Disney they're keeping. NFL they're gonna keep. That I mean, like love it or hate it when they do the NFL shows. That's a heavy hitter for them.
I
I
thought
don't
they
think they're
said
gonna.
I thought they was losing NFL.
No, because no, they just got they still have the license with the Raiders, so I don't think they're losing NFL. I
Okay,
just think
so I'm gonna
it's
have to
just these
redo
five.
I'm gonna have to redo that.
Yeah, it's just these
I'll
five.
update that. I apologize, y'all. I misled y'all. I'll actually redo that. But I know NHL is done.
NHL, MLB, done. Yeah.
Thank you for correcting that, bro. Thank you for correcting that.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no
you.
problem. No problem. But yeah, it's and look, it was a great night for me, for you. And
Yeah.
look, you can do if you would have gotten a Burgundy S1, I know because me and you got I had the Burgundy in the card, it got sold out. So I got the purple. But if you had that Burgundy, man, I'd be a part of that giveaway. Why not?
Okay, so look at what Scott said. I got the limited Spider-Man Diablo was going for $239. Waited it out with sweat on my brow for months. Got it for $69. And that's the rub. Now, you
Right.
know what that's reminiscent of? For those you guys that know how the sneaker community goes, at one point, the resellers were making so much money on Jordans, they will go and buy Jordans at retail, let's say 215, 239, 250. They
Yeah.
would turn around and resell those same shoes they just bought for 500, 329. Like they made a great profit, right? And then Jordan started dropping these shoes on a regular basis. I'm talking about boom, 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 boom. Just they're like at one point, a retro Jordan was coming out every month and a half. To now they start pumping out Jordan's like, you'll have 4 releases in a week. You know what I'm saying? So like they saturated everything and they killed the resale market. Killed it. Flippers just got out of there. Same thing happened with watches. Think about it. During COVID, Rolex went up in price. Right after that, Hamilton went up in price. All these different companies went up, right? And now you look at it, Seiko. Right now, Seiko is dropping a limited production watch, like just like that, pumping it out, pumping it out, pumping it out. Everybody is fighting. They're killing their resale market and they're saturating everything, man. So anybody that's trying to resell, like that's why eBay sellers was, some of those watches, they've been sitting on eBay for years.
I'm sure.
Years. And anybody that's trying to sell your watch, your Invicta timepiece right now, if you were asking $300 for your timepiece and you know you paid $700 for it, guess what? Don't hold your breath because you're going to suffocate and blow up. Your eyes going to pop out your head because ain't nobody buying it. Vic, you see it? Look at this, bro. Those watches right now, and you can't tell a customer, you can't tell somebody that's buying a watch or trying to buy a watch that, hey, I bought this Invicta piece during 2003 through 2013. These watches were built with a quality that they're not doing right now.
Right.
They're not trying to hear that. They're not trying to hear that.
Now we can be.
Bro, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, snaps. When I tell you, I have never, ever, ever been graced with such magnificence, such regalness. The prestige of this man that's coming to the stage, man, it just bounces off of states. I'm talking about like when you go to a concert, and you hearing that beautiful sound, you getting all of this goodness coming in. This man has that type of impact across the world. Let me introduce you guys to the world-renowned and forever the best collector in the world, the source, my man Dave.
Yeah, Dave. That's funny. You gotta admit, that's funny.
Wow.
You gotta admit that's funny. Yeah, there you go.
You got a blue ball. Okay.
He's got the blue balls.
I was like hard pause, bro. What's going on? You talking about you got blue balls? I'm like, hey.
I don't want no parts of that.
Hey man, if you do, you gotta evacuate it. You know, that's like a poison in there.
Hey, why he said,
it's late night? You know, it's late night. We could talk.
Yeah. No, he said, don't play me like I'm John Gangy, man. Don't hit me with that. That's what you said.
Hey, look, man, I just wanted to come in right quick. I didn't want to disturb this hot news that's going on. You know, so I can tell you.
So bro, what do you think about that? Honestly, your personal opinion.
Hey, man, you know, how long can they keep them? You know,
True.
how long can you actually keep all of those different entities going? You know,
right.
From the NFL to the, I don't know, from the JTs, from the this, from the that, based on what the things that Invicta has been doing. You know, how long were they going to be able to keep that stuff? Because, you know, their prices just keep dropping left and right.
Yeah.
So, you know, you bring these different people in like Shaq and so on, how are they going to afford to pay them? You know, the prices just keep dropping and dropping and dropping. So, you know, it's bound to happen one way or the other. So.
That's true. Yeah, and that's you know, I'm glad you brought that perspective up because I know that's across the board though, bro. That's not just Invicta. That's not just Invicta. There's a lot of people that you know, this year alone, licensing is an issue. Even companies. I mean, Vic, you have more of an insight on Disney because I know like Disney Plus, like aren't they suffering over there? Like, you know what I'm saying, as far as people watching it?
They're suffering because they did like what, let's say what Invicta did here lately. They just saturated with all these shows that didn't need to be, you know, on at the moment. You could have spaced it out.
Yeah, they could have done away with She-Hulk too. She-Hulk was trash, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I tried. You know, we watched it because they tell you that if you're in Marvel, they all connected. You got to, you know, you'll be lost. The next movie comes out, so it was horrible. So we really only watch the Star Wars stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much that's it. I mean, if it, you know, the Marvel series has to be good. Like Hawkeye was great. I thought the Hawkeye was fantastic. The Moon Knight was great.
Yeah,
the Moon Knight was great. Which that guy, the villain in that, bought a car from us a month before he was filming that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He came in with the same hair, looking all greasy, and it was just like, wow. But yeah, that's the second car he bought from us. So it was nice to talk to him. You know, shows like that. Captain America and the Falcon. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
So there are certain shows, but they've saturated it, man. All these shows. Now I haven't seen Echo yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch Echo, but that's why I got it. Like every once in a while we'll pop on there and catch a movie that we haven't seen in a bit, you know what I mean? Or a movie that's debuted on Disney Plus we didn't go see in the movie theaters. That's the only time I really pop on Disney Plus, you know.
But let me ask you guys another question, and people in the chat, please chime in on this one, man. As far as Invicta is concerned, I know that what we have, you know, Dave D, you said this in the past, you're glad that you got what you got at the time, because like Dave D is one of those that purchased when they were expensive and it wasn't no codes and none of that, you know, like, and this is the information I got from him. But what does that mean for Invicta as a whole? Like, honestly, you know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about that in just in the long haul? Do you think Invicta is going to be able to last through this barrage of like price hikes and drops? Because I know, before y'all answer this, I know that Rolex actually, that company pretty much leads the way. And if they drop in price or something happens with them, it normally trickles down through all types of brands. And Invicta's not oblivious to having like suffering issues, because, you know, like from my site, are people still buying Invicta as much as they did 4 years ago or 3 years ago? So what do you guys think about that?
Man,
the guys now were like us then, right? If we're gonna say that, will it hurt? Yeah, I think it's gonna hurt, because you have some people who strictly buy just the character pieces.
Okay,
let's be real. You have people who just buy strictly the character pieces. You know, yeah, I think it's gonna hurt. I mean, now unless, and we spoke before, Trap, unless you're telling me we're gonna rethink and do our, you know, pieces here, where we're gonna go back to more classic pieces. We need to make room, and this is what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You'll bring people back that, you know, are in our position, that, you know, we want to see the old stuff back. You know I got a lot of them, but man, more new Gen 1 Magnums, please. I mean, you know, look, I'm never going to stop buying Magnums. You know what I mean? I say I'm going to stop when this cave, but if it's something new and I don't have it, I'm going to grab it. So they could be doing it for that. Is it a money thing? I don't know. But yeah, I think it's going to hurt.
So Dave, what do you think, bro?
Well, I think it's personally, it's always a money grab. I don't care what you say; it's always a money grab. In any situation, it's a money grab. But I would say more like eventually, Invicta is going to have to do some sort of restructuring of their organization, because their price points starting to be ridiculous with the price points, and so how long can you keep that up? You know, without restructuring your business, you know, the deals and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's great for the consumer if you're looking to get a decent watch at a very inexpensive price. That's fine, but how long can they keep that up?
Right, exactly.
I mean,
and make a profit. Yeah. Yeah. So the thing too, man, is there was a discussion I was watching on another channel, and there was a YouTuber that actually, and it's not just exposing Invicta, this is exposing every watch company. People are becoming more conscious to what they're buying. You know, he did talk on Invicta and other companies like Invicta. It's like, when you say this watch is worth $1,500, but then you instantly, you know, like, and we've been doing this for years, but now it hits different because there are a lot of brands like Zellos, right? Zellos puts out a watch that I'm telling you for $500. I'm like, it's almost like, Wing, how are you doing this and making money? Or how is it that other companies are charging more for less? So now people are thinking, you got people's grandmothers going online and deciphering through this stuff, and they making a decision, and they're giving up brand loyalty to get what they want.
Yeah.
Case in point, y'all know I just did that show the other day talking about heritage over functionality. I gotta say, heritage will get me concerned. Like, okay, let me go and grab this because I know this like Hamilton. The history's there, but Hamilton spec wise doesn't match up to some micro brands for a lesser price.
True.
So,
but Trap, hold on for a second, because
okay, go ahead, talk to me.
There's no way that Invicta can do the same thing these companies does, because they have a lot of middlemen. Okay, Zellos isn't using no middleman. You buy directly from them. All the profits go straight to them. People like Hamilton, they do the commercials. They're sponsoring this team, that team. They're doing certain things that they have to charge the customer back for all that stuff. So you can't. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same. Now, the only problem that Invicta is facing is that once you get into that territory of cheapening the brand, it's hard to come back.
Yes, and that's what's happened lately.
Right. So as you cheapen the brand, it's hard for you to all of a sudden come up and bring a Value or SW 500 or 510 or whatever, and all of a sudden, I'm for the collectors again. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
So how are you going to, what I'm saying? How are you going to start selling something for, let's say, $50, and all of a sudden now you want to sell something for $1,200 and expect all the collectors to jump in on it? It's kind of hard to do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's been a thing, though, right? The quality's been a thing the last year or so, right? I mean, look, Janet's the perfect example of that. She 3 watches in a row.
Yeah.
One watch was somebody else's watch that was sized.
So with that said, if you're pumping out multiple watches, because how many different watches they carry now? What is it, like 50 different sub brands?
Well, they say, Trap, about 4,300 different models a year.
No, it was more than that. It's like 5,300.
So there you go.
Okay, so if you're pumping out that much, that means your quality control is next to nothing at this point.
It's pumping out. Now, I've been lucky. I'm not going to sit here. I've been lucky with.
And this is not to say anything bad, but Rolex have their issues as well.
Yeah. Any company that's doing that, most definitely.
Yeah, they pump out a lot, so they have their problems as well.
Look, every company goes through it, and I always bring it up because I'm in the business.
Mm-hmm.
You got to see how many new cars sometimes don't even leave the lot.
Right.
You're talking $90,000 vehicles, and guy turns around and comes back. This car's not going past. It's in limp mode. What's wrong? You know what I mean? We had a C40 in there, electric car. Car had 400 miles on it. Had to get a whole new battery system in it. At 40 miles.
Right. So,
it happens. But when you produce what Invicta was producing, it's gonna have issues.
But to be fair too is, like I said before, mentioned, if you came in right now, licensing in Invicta has been canceled on a number of their products, you know what I'm saying, from DC, like their character lines. Now, somebody asked earlier, was Peanuts canceled? They haven't put anything Peanuts out in, gosh, I don't know, like years.
A long time.
And and even, what was that, the Looney Tunes? They haven't done anything with Looney Tunes in at least 4 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The last one was the one you bought.
Yeah. And I actually I don't even have that piece anymore. You know what I'm saying? There was a character. There was a collector that wanted that watch. They came to my house, bro, and bought it from me. He was like, "Can I please get this, bro?" And I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like a big fan of it. But and you know how I do. If you're a fan of it and I got it, it's yours. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna give it to you. But my thing is we had this bubble that we were in when we were Invicta Collectors. We were totally oblivious to other things, man. And slowly but for surely, like you said, Vic, the collectors now are the 2017 through 18 us. You know what I'm saying? Like with the buying and buying and buying. The only difference is you guys don't have a crew. Now we got collectors cruises coming up, which y'all, you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned because I got some videos coming up on that. But that whole vibe of the cruise and how they were collecting people along the way. It wasn't even like you bought the watch and that was just like an admission to a club, right? Like I got my entry, I got my 1 watch and 2 watches, 3 watches, but now I've collected you as a person. And then we start swapping emails, phone numbers, and we going to people's houses for barbecues and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But now we're in a whole different realm because 2 years after COVID, our minds have switched and we're seeing, matter of fact, 2017, Invicta was pumping out about 3,100 pieces per year, whatever.
You'll be right back.
And we seen that has doubled at this point. And what you said, Dave, I agree because there's other companies that do this. They put out so many watches to where it's like, how can you like QC those? How is it possible for you to QC those?
You can't. It's damn near impossible. You know. So again, but on the flip side, man, you know, you have some companies that's raising their prices.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's companies out here that's raising their prices now, you know. So as a matter of fact, Squale is raising their prices.
Man, and that, I saw that tonight. I just saw it. I just saw that tonight. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for like the watch collectors now, man? You know what I'm saying? Because I know Invicta, like, okay, so I did that show last year. They actually posted on ShopHQ that just through them alone, you know what I'm saying? Like you're talking about 14 million collectors per year. Or no, 14 million units sold per year. It's not 14 million collectors because I mean Jay Jones bought 1 million by himself, so he fits into that category. so my thing is, where does that leave like Invicta going forward? Because this is great. The prices are great. Right now, if you just got into Invicta, dude, you can just like okay. Dave, when you were buying Invicta back then, you tell the people how much were you paying for like a reserve piece, honestly?
Look, man.
A couple hundred. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I can hear you.
All right, good. Because I switched to these. Not to bother Janet.
Now, for instance, it all depends. But if you're going to get a Value or something like that, man, it's going to be over $1,000. You know, on sale, over $1,000. You know, the way they structure their price points now, it's a little bit more. I don't want to use the word ridiculous, but
go ahead, use it. It's fine.
It's okay. Yeah. Okay. So, for instance, if you're purchasing watches for $50 and $60, anything under $100, right? Do you really think that your warranty is going to mean something? It's not going to mean anything because they're not going to try to fix those watches. They're going to delay until you get frustrated. Yeah. You know, because for them, it's not even worth it. They have so much inventory that comes in for them to sit around and, you know, fixing your $50 watch or $100 watch. They're not thinking about that, you know? So when you buy those pieces, be very careful because if something goes wrong, you might catch hell trying to get them to fix it. You're better off taking it to your own watch guy and having them do it. You know what I'm saying? Plus the expense of sending it in and then the expense of getting the return back to you.
Yeah, because it's $30. It's $30 each way.
So now
that's $60.
Right. I mean, I lucked out.
And
So
so
I use my
now
own shipping.
you've almost
Oh yeah, that's right.
spent the same amount of money purchasing the watch in just in travel time. So, you know, but to your point, Trap, yeah, back then it was way different. Quality control was better than what it is now. They still had their issues, but it was better. Um,
Right.
the watches that you were getting were structured better. You had
Yep.
better built, and so on and so forth. Price
Well,
point was, I mean, your Jason Taylor, can cost you $5,000. But I'm talking, top level,
Right.
750 with diamonds, black diamonds and so on and so forth, not what we have right now.
Right.
So,
But you know what? In the comment, there was comments in the thing saying, "Hey, Victor was the reason why I started." And I can tell you this. I can tell you for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that Invicta is a
That's true,
gateway drug.
Yeah.
It is a gateway drug. Well, let me say this: a gateway to other watches.
Yeah.
Excuse me, YouTube. We don't do drugs over here, but it's intoxicating at the end of the day. And I was at an AD. And there was a guy in there, he was buying like some crazy watches, right? Oh, he was spending some crazy money. Money that me and you, the people that's on this panel right now, there's no way, you know what I'm saying? Like we're dropping $7,000, $8,000 per watch. I'm sitting here watching. He said, "Oh, I like this." He got that. And he was like, "Oh, what about this?" I watched the guy buy a Hublot for $21,000, man. Beautiful watch, man. Ceramic. All the watch was beautiful. And he bought it. And I'm talking to his spouse, right? And his spouse was like, "Yeah, and I had on my Pro Diver. I had on my 1953. She said, "Is that Invicta?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh, we started out with Invicta."
Mm-hmm.
And he still has some of those pieces that he got, and he just moved on to something else. He loved watching the shows back in the day.
Yeah.
And so when she was talking to me, there was a guy that was like, "Hey, I heard Invicta. I started my collection with Invicta." And I'm sitting in a jewelry store that the least expensive watch in there was freaking Seiko or a Citizen. You know what I'm saying? But the most expensive watch, dude, they had an AP in there. You know what I'm saying? Like they had APs. Let me just put it like that. Rolexes. This is. So I'm looking at watches that's hitting $15,000, $70,000, $116,000, and some of these people that own it or buying it. Yeah, my collection started out with Invicta.
Yeah, let me address this point that Tony White just made. It says, "Just think of how much money we've lost by collecting this brand." Well, Tony White, listen, brother, the only thing I can say is this: if you collect watches to make money, I think that's a bad deal in itself. Do it for the love of the game, not the money side of it. It's not worth it.
I think you know what? I think Tony White collects to bust our head, man, because like I can't for real, bro. Like, man, let me just speak on it. Let me just speak on it. Bro, this dude for years have said, man, I only got a couple watches. But this man got a whole Tony White challenge, America, the world. All you guys that's watching, the Netherlands, over there in Australia, and UK. Just know this. My man, Tony White, he is the Capitan, the CEO of Flossing. This man has a whole challenge where he's sitting on his front porch. He throws up the do sign, and he got his watch of the day. If you go back and look at all over the past few years, he got 365 days worth of watches. So I'm going to just leave it at that. Yeah. I'm gonna just leave it at that, because my man over there busting head, and I can't mess with Tony White, bro, because you know what I'm saying. I think he was he was supposed to be one of the original members of the Bling Brothers, man, but he too busy. He can't. You know what I'm saying. You can't tie him down to like groups. He had to start his own, and then go do his other thing. I'm sorry, did I tell too much, Tony? My bad. I wasn't supposed to put that out, wasn't I? Oops.
He was doing his thing in
we
Delaware.
live, so I can't edit it now. I can't take it back. It's out there.
Well, Trap, you asking us, what do you think? What's happened tonight?
I honestly believe that it's a great opportunity for people to continue that love for watches, man. People that's getting into the brand because that gateway don't stop. You know, you guys just got a better opportunity than we did because we were paying top dollar. However, I found myself having to dig back in the crates, buying other collectors' watches that bought before I even got into the game because I want to see that quality. I don't have it up here right now, but I got a watch that I took to a jeweler when he opened it up. He said, dude, this watch is running tip top, man. It's a Value 7750. He said, man, this thing is really nice. And he said, this is coming from a watchmaker. This is what like Invicta quality is crazy from back then. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to now. And they still working on Invicta watches right now, like new pieces. And you shouldn't have a new piece in the shop right now because you just bought it and it failed within the year or whatever. Nah.
Yeah.
I got you, Tony White.
Okay. Yeah.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah. So, but to answer your question, how I feel, honestly, I feel man, I'm like, bro, it's cool, but then I'm like, bro, I paid more for these watches that you like. I'm talking about not even, bro. You know it. Me and you, Vic, bought some Star Wars pieces for what, $289 or whatever it was, and those same pieces was on Invicta stores for $79. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, but remember, they're not doing Swiss made anymore either. So, you know, a lot of the movements they're using is other Swiss parts, or they're using it with the VD 53 or whatever 63 and stuff like that. So the price point comes down a lot with those movements.
True.
So you're not getting a more pristine movement these days. Right. So that also counts for it. So.
And no one's brought this up.
I think it's a give and take thing. You know, if you want to get into the watch game right now, and you're looking to just get started, I mean, can't beat the prices.
You can't
beat the prices.
No. I mean, are they doing this? Maybe they're bringing in some other collaboration with you know, maybe you see Transformers now.
I'm eager to see what they're going to do. I'm honestly, that's the biggest thing, because that's what I was going to end on. That is, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know, even though they lost licensing on, or they didn't, you know what I'm saying, re-sign. And Dave D, you brought up a very great point. How long can you do it? Because it does cost money to keep those things. And I do know, I didn't know this about patents. A patent is only good for what, 15 years or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if you could re-up for a patent, but I know like that Steamboat Willie just became like, people can use that without getting hit by Disney or whatever. So I'm not sure, but I am curious to see. And AL and the team over there, they have to know that collectors like a Dave D or Tony White, you know what I'm saying? Me, you, like we want to see some of that old stuff come back. You know what I'm saying? Like the Looper didn't get an upgrade.
Yeah.
And Vic, you know, we never seen the Heritage Magnum.
Never
seen the Heritage Magnum. We haven't seen the Heritage line was shown on Invicta group page, but Invicta stores nor ShopHQ showcase any of those new ones. They did not see them. And in some cases, why did they go away from screw down crowns? Right? Why did they, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of stuff that it walked away. I agree with you, Dave. They're going to have to do a restructure because the old customers, they left a long time ago. We know that. A lot of people, they dipped out. They said, well, I can't get with what Invicta's doing now. Cool, calm, and collected. Yes, if you are collecting watch to get ROI, you're in the wrong hobby. Yes. Now, and that's return, right? So my thing is this. Vic, you said it earlier, man. You bought because you saw, like, I went live on Instagram. I am excited about being a collector. I am excited about news, and when this stuff comes out, it's a lovely thing. I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I'm not taking it personal what Invicta's done, and I have at one point because they did capitalize on the whole Invicta family thing.
Yes,
Let's be honest. They did capitalize on that, and we bought into it. You know what I'm saying? And whether you felt like you went in blind or whatever the case is, look, it is what it is at this point. But I do feel that not just Invicta, but there's multiple brands that, hey, look, you owe it to your fan base, your customer base, to give them what they're asking for. Why not? Texas sent in a watch 3 years ago, and it's still.
Is that legit? Is that legit? That's hey, she ain't getting that. They lost that thing.
Stop playing.
Oh no, bro. Hey, you can't be doing that at the end of the night, bro. What's wrong with you, bro?
Man, I hope that's not true. Because if that is, man, she ain't getting that watch back. That watch is lost.
Man.
Oh my God. I did enjoy getting those 2 Value Venom Cobras for less than $400 each, though. And that's the thing too. I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen,
great prices on those, man.
This is look, value in this thing. Value in this thing, right? I got that thing for $388. And that's shipped to my house. You know what I'm saying? So for that standpoint, hey, Invicta dropped the price. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, because right now there are micro brands that will have a Salida 500, and that thing is punching well over $1,200. Dave, you know it.
Yeah,
you know it. You know what I'm saying?
Is that an Akula Vic have on?
I'm not saying, sir. You have to wait till tomorrow.
Hey, wait a minute, T. White. Don't be bragging about being an enabler because you trapped me. Got trapped by Tony White, man. That's for another story. That's for a whole nother. We're gonna talk about you later on. He said, get them while they're hot. Yes, this is the opportunity to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't know what's gonna happen. That if they do a restructure, Dave, it could very well be more money because, like, how do you actually ask the customers or present a watch for twice the price? You know, let's say the restructure, they say, hey, we got Miyota 9039s and we got the Miyota high beat movements. But your average pro, and they put it on a pro diver, right? The grand diver. But this watch is punching in at like $399 or $259, right? Who's really going to, like, there's going to be some people like, I'm not paying for that, man. I just bought a watch last year for like that same type of watch for $39 because people don't differentiate that type of stuff. They don't care. They don't care if it's regulated. They don't care. Like, if you come back as a restructured, now it may take a while, but again, that's one thing Invicta's been known for is getting new customers. So,
well, that's the issue. That's the issue right there. Okay, if you're only interested in new customers, then that's a problem because
you're missing half. You're missing half your client base with us. Yeah,
because what company doesn't want repeat customers?
Yeah,
right. If a company is only out there for new customers, right? This is only but so many new customers out there.
Yeah.
Eventually, they gotta circle back through.
My business is all what you just said.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, we rather bring back our old customers.
Yeah,
nice to get the new customers, but it's all about retention. Retention. That's what it's about.
Because your base customer, they're going to recommend you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And those recommendations will continue to go on. You know what I'm saying? But it might move at a slower pace. But the customers that you're going to be getting, you know what I'm saying?
Balance must be struck between the new customer and the fan base they have built over the last decade. And I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. And here's the dangerous part. And we're just speculating, ladies and gentlemen. We're not saying that Invicta's going to restructure, but it'll behoove them to restructure. and maybe it would have behooved them to restructure 2 years ago. Because right now, okay. So I just had a meeting with a few retailers, and this is what's said. We are seeing more people that's older, that's normally not online. They are shopping now online. They are getting this because they're on Instagram now. They're on Facebook. They're seeing the Facebook ads. And I'm going to tell you who is killing it on Facebook ads and Instagram and the YouTube commercials. Jack Mason. I see this dual face everywhere, right? And that's just one company. Spinnaker pops up everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So like now people have so many options, and you hear the Invicta. Now I'm gonna tell you what the big YouTubers do when they make an Invicta hate video. They do push people.
Hate.
But you know what? That works against them at times, because I've seen people out, and I'm a comment reader. I go in those Invicta hate videos and go down, and they say, hey, and this people that's confessed to saying, hey, you know what? I looked at your video and I was wondering like what the deal was. They come over to ShopHQ and watch and look at everybody in the chat talking. They said, wait a minute, can't be this bad, because it's like 70 people here talking about they buying 4 or 5 watches, and they go and buy their watch. And like, hey, I got the watch. I really like the watch. You know what I'm saying? I think this, you know what I'm saying, for the price. So those hate videos don't always work in the favor of people staying away from them that kind of don't push the red button.
Yeah, but what they bring new business to Invicta at the same time, even regardless, even if the new customer don't stay with Invicta, they still buy.
Yep. And that's all that matters to Invicta, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just look at it from that standpoint, man. The competition is fierce. For those you guys that, you know, you had that question about like where I am with Invicta, I still I got a bunch of pieces in here, man. And we'll go over some more of that later. But keep in mind, there's a whole world out there of watches. There's a whole world out there of craftsmanship. And you know, one of the most handsome watches, or the handsome things about collecting, is watching somebody create a watch. Man, dude, I got my Flederman Von Reese. I had somebody said, hey, I like the watch, man, but you know, $700, that's a lot of money. It may be a lot of money to that person, but $700 may not mean anything to somebody. Like, hey, I want something unique. I want to have something that I can pass to my children. And that $700 is just a drop in a bucket in comparison to what I want. Right. So it's all about the person that want to collect. Do I think that costs too much? That's not my play. I like it. I got one in my collection.
Yeah. But at the same time though, man, you know, if you're talking about someone that's not used to spending that type of money, you know, it gets a little bit harder to pull the trigger, you know, especially if they're not into watches. You know, look, like me, maybe for you guys as well, it took time for us to move up and move up and move up get to that level. So I think that sometimes it just takes time. You know, as if they like a product, they'll come back and buy another one, and then they might step it up as they go along. So I think it just depends on time itself, how long it takes for you to, you know, because
right.
$500 can be a lot of money. $700 can be a lot of money to a lot of people. So I think it just takes comfort level and time.
That's right.
So I mean, but at the end of the day, it's up to you what you want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and this whole thing isn't this is the end of a road or end of the collecting thing. It is all up to you. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying, I'm putting the information out there to you, right? These are things that's available. These things that you can do right now, get into some stuff, and it may benefit you right now. I'm gonna say it benefits you right now if you want to jump on like getting one of those collector's items, because you gotta think it is too, like the Black Panther piece. When Black Panther came out for who was it, AP? They had 5 of them that went for $5 million, and then the rest of them went for like over $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So, and Wiley Hustle $700. I mean, people spending $10,000 on the watch. We're using examples. So my thing though is for a Invicta collector, like, okay, you said that, bro. you said it may be too much for an Invicta collector to spend $700-800 on a watch, right? But an Invicta collector buy 10 watches, right? They
True.
gonna spend regardless of now, unless you go to Invicta stores and get those little $20, $30 pieces. But for like the pieces that you like, those masterpieces, if you bought, let's say 6 of those, that's gonna punch well past that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna punch well past that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, some people look at that as if they're getting more for their money. You know, so I bought 8 watches for whatever $700. You know,
Jay Jones.
They look like that's more of a win to them than one for that price.
Right.
Whereas in all of those watches might break down with less because of the quality of the watch. Whereas in your watch might still keep going. Who knows?
Good night. See you later, man. ABC.
You know, who knows? So,
right.
It's
so yeah,
comfort level.
It is, man. It is, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have heard from 2 other collectors plus this loudmouth here. Take it for what it's worth. I am going to link some stuff after this show. I'll link, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want to go over there and buy, again, this is a word of mouth type of publication. So if you made it this far on the live, we're an hour and 26 minutes right now. Feel free to go over and get what's left because they sold out a lot of stuff tonight. A lot. So
at those prices, can you not?
Yeah.
So
when that S1 came out, Trap, what was that S1? Was it at $299 or $2 something?
It was $299 when it came out, and I think the lowest I ever seen that drop was like $239, somewhere around there.
$69, $59 tonight.
$59, $60 for a watch, and anything you spent over $50 was free. And I'm pretty sure they like that goes on for until they say it's over with. I didn't hear the last word that they said, so 9 times out of 10,
I think it's tomorrow night too. I think so. Okay,
so there you go. There you have it, man. You had look. Again, if you made it this far in the live, you're a trooper. You are a trooper because I know it's kind of hard to like go through a live if you didn't make it, if you wasn't here to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, y'all got anything in closing before we get up out of here?
Hey, look, take advantage, man. Take advantage of the situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you hold on to them, if you think they're might be something one day, just if you want it, get it. That's all I'm gonna say. Look, I got 2 tonight because of the price, and I had a coupon.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up 2 watches I don't have. So win-win for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep that mindset. That's all. If you want to do it, do it. You're pissed off that you're losing these collaborations. Don't get mad at me.
Hey man, listen. There's people.
We done already.
There's people in other worlds that's starving. Okay, our problems is not that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the hobby. And that's all I can say about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't buy watches for profit. Okay, just don't.
Right. Hey, I didn't get into this for that. I got into
exactly.
Keep my collection and love them, and I wear them every day, a different one every day. So
yeah,
enjoy what you do, man. And you know what I'm saying, like, and that's that. You have been served. This has been a PSA or a TSA, trap service announcement, and you guys are released to go to bed because it's after midnight. Unless you're on the West Coast, then
time.
What is it, like 9 something?
Yeah, they still lucky. It's 9 o'clock.
It's early. We have a lot more to cover. Hey, Kyle, you know what? Your boy about to go to bed.
Yeah, really.
Your boy about to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all joining me. I appreciate you you guys dropping y'all golden nuggets and stuff like that, man. And I hope you guys come back tomorrow. I will have, or later on today, I'll have the updated review on the titanium piece from Wings Collection. We're talking Aragon for the next 7 days. All right. So
I don't have
Yeah.
any Aragons.
Man,
Oh, my
please.
bad, because you got an Androids, right?
Please. My bad.
Because you got Androids, right?
Please. I've
Yeah.
been look. Let's not talk about the pictures I got this week with him. Let's move on.
Vic,
That's
Vic,
another
Vic,
show.
Vic, 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 Vic.
Nope. Yep. Hey, you guys come back. Dave D will disclose his whole entire collection to you guys.
All
So,
7.
on that note, thank you guys for watching, man. And until the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed.
See you, everybody.
Y'all crazy.